Prime Minister, welcome to 7:30.
Thank you, Leigh. It's lovely to be here.
Are you a dead man walking?
Look, we've had some difficult days. I absolutely accept that. But we decided today that we were not going to go into the abyss that the former government went into, not once, but twice, sacking elected leaders. And I think that the public can be relieved, Leigh, that the decision that the party room made today was that if a government, elects a government and a Prime Minister, it can expect to keep the government and keep the Prime Minister until it's time for the electorate to choose again.
More than half your backbench, though, thinks that you're not up to the job. That must be devastating.
Well, obviously, we've had a tough couple of months. No doubt about that. A tough couple of months, and the Queensland election results were obviously a bit seismic. So I can understand people's anxieties. But the point that I've been trying to make to my colleagues is I am a fighter. I know how to beat Labor Party leaders. I beat Kevin Rudd. I beat Julia Gillard. I can beat Bill Shorten as well. And what I'm not good at is fighting the Liberal Party. So I say to my colleagues, we will now go on together and make a better Australia. And to point out that Bill Shorten has no answers, he only has a complaint.
How can you go on together when, as I say, more than half your backbench doesn't believe that you're up to the job?
We can dwell on these things, or we can look at what the government is going to do in the days and weeks ahead.
Prime Minister,
We're going to have a new childcare package. It's going to be very good for people, more money in their pockets. We're going to have a new small business and jobs package with a small business tax cut. And I think that these are the sorts of things that the focus on jobs and small business that the Australian people want.
Prime Minister, you've been a student of politics your whole life. Political history will suggest that you cannot recover from such a significant vote of no confidence within your own sight.
Well, I think that a lot of governments have been through difficult periods. Leigh, you may remember I was a junior member of the Howard government, and it was widely expected to be a one-term government for the first 12 months of its power.
John Howard didn't have leadership pressure.
I'm not so sure about that. I can remember those times very well, and I can remember hearing stories about tensions between different people and the Prime Minister. I can remember early in 2001 there was a lot of talk about John Howard not lasting the week.
They never faced a spill motion with more than half their colleagues not thinking that they were up to it.
Leigh, well, we can dwell on the Canberra insider stuff, and obviously, if you want to talk about it, I'm not running away from it, but what we are concerned about, Leigh, is getting on with good government.
Did you ask your colleagues for 6 months more to recover?
No, Leigh. No. Look, every party leader is being tested every day. I accept that. Every party leader is tested every day. I am being tested every day. And I am hoping that I am passing substantially those tests every day. And that's how you build up good credibility, by passing those tests every day.
Is it fair to say that you haven't passed enough of those tests so far?
Well, I'm not saying I'm perfect. I guess that's me as a human being and a politician. I've never been a skite, and I don't intend to start now. I've never been one to blow my own trumpet, and I don't want to start saying we're the best thing since sliced bread. We said we'd get rid of the carbon tax. It's gone. We said we'd build the roads. The roads are going ahead. We said we'd stop the boats. The boats have stopped. A good start has been made.
Prime Minister, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, Leigh.
How can you go on together when, as I say, more than half your backbench doesn't believe that you're up to the job? Prime Minister, if we...
We'll do the first one again, because you were smiling.
Okay. Alright. How can you go on together when, as I say, more than half your backbench doesn't believe that you're up to the job?
Hey man, you need to be able to do it straight. You can do it straight when I'm telling the jokes.
Okay. Alright. How can you go on together when, as I say, more than half your backbench doesn't believe that you're up to the job?
It's good. And then I cut it in the questions.
Okay. Alright.
I think that political history I think that political history will show us that many governments have had a tough period.